Oscars. A night full of glamour, tears, and with some luck, a tolerable joke or two.
Having some of the Academy over for dinner. Care to join me?
But aside from all the glitz and glam, this year's 87th Academy Awards is poised to be remembered as the worst year for diversity at the Oscars since 1998.
This is as good as it gets.
Here's some info you should know. Winners and nominees of the prestigious award are determined by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences.
So I want to thank the Academy.
To the Academy.
The Academy for this, all 6,000 members.
These members, each representing various categories and voting for the respective nominees in their field. Actors voting for actors, directors for directors, and so forth. The Academy has garnered a reputation for being a body of mostly white, mostly male, and mostly old voters who mostly support nominations for certain types of films. Films focused on primarily white male protagonists. And while most of these films absolutely have social and cultural merit, they're only telling limited types of stories from limited perspectives. In the 87 years since the Academy Awards were established, few African Americans have taken home the Oscar.
We have like 4 black nominees tonight. So great. It's kind of like the Deaf Oscar Jam tonight.
Of 2,947 of the Oscars awarded, 31 have gone to black winners. For the Best Actor category, only 7% of the winners have been black men. This includes Sidney Poitier, Denzel Washington, Jamie Foxx, and Forrest Whitaker.
Thank you.
Denzel's win marked nearly 40 years since a black man was last awarded the Oscar.
40 years I've been chasing Sidney. They finally give it to me. What they do? They give it to him the same night. I'll always be chasing you, Sidney. I'll always be following in your footsteps. There's nothing I would rather do, sir.
Halle Berry's win for her performance in 2002's Monsters Ball marked the first, and so far only, black woman to have ever won the Best Actress award.
So much bigger than me. This moment is for every nameless, faceless woman of color that now has a chance because this door tonight has been opened.
Many of the performances that did score Oscar wins for actors of color were for portraying roles that fulfilled stereotypes limited to working class and often abused characters, primarily told through the lens of white directors and filmmakers.
I'd like to write something from the point of view of the help.
We, as black people, have been celebrated more for when we are subservient, when we are not being leaders or kings or being in the center of our own narrative driving it forward.
Beyond the acting-based categories, diversity is lacking from the list of directors, cinematographers, and Best Picture winners too. No black person has ever won Best Director, despite fans and critics who had high hopes for Ava DuVernay and her breakout directorial work on Selma.
Selma shouldn't have been the only hope for places of color in this kind of celebration.
The film was only nominated for 2 awards this year, Best Picture and Original Song. In 2014, viewership for the Oscar ceremony clocked in at 43 million, making the awards show a platform with the potential to massively influence the way we view culture and impact the way we view each other. Omitting black men and women depicted in roles of leadership and success.
What happens when a man stands up, says enough is enough?
Omitting black men and women depicted as vulnerable and complex, three-dimensional characters.
We have a movie with, characters in them instead of stereotypes wrapped in Christian dogma.
Omitting black narrators telling their own stories in the year of Black Lives Matter matters.